Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on the old show today, we're going to talk about Takata. And I got a wait what moment because this is a situation that some stories have come out about Takata that obviously we all know about this airbag issue they've been going through and the possibility that this company is going to have to recall millions upon millions of airbags. But Takata has come out and said something interesting here recently. They're claiming at the end of 2016, this year, they're going to be able to turn a profit. And I know that's the wait, what? Yes, that's apparently what's going to happen here. Now, they're going to do a little trickery. They've apparently got tons of stock in several different manufacturers from all over the globe. We're talking the biggest of the big manufacturers as far as in the automobile world. They're going to sell off every cent of that stock to build up the capital to pay for all of these airbags moving forward. And apparently they're in another good situation because apparently if you put together every other airbag manufacturer from all over the globe, they couldn't feed the world's need or the manufacturer's need for airbags moving forward as well. You think of a modern day car has somewhere upwards around 20 airbags inside of the machine. None of these manufacturers can put up with the demand that these manufacturers are actually letting out to try to get airbags inside of these cars. So apparently maybe Takata may be just fine. We'll have to wait and see on that front. Next up on the list, I absolutely love when manufacturers do this. Honda, fresh after taking it on the chin from the Volkswagen Group and their GTI, that beat them and become the fastest front-wheel drive machine around the Nürburgring Nordschleife loop. They took on several other current and ex-Grand Prix circuits all over Europe. Now they basically just took the factory stock Type R with its 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder unit making just a touch over 300 brake horsepower, took a bunch of their very best touring car drivers from all over the planet, plopped them in the seat, and lapped around some of the great circuits from all over Europe. Started off in Silverstone in England. That particular circuit they went around in 2 minutes, 31.85 seconds. They went on over to Belgium, Spa-Francorchamps circuit, did a 2-minute, 56.91 second lap. Went to Italy at the Monza circuit, went around in 2 minutes, 15.16 second lap around there. Went to Portugal to the Estoril circuit in 2 minutes, 4.08 seconds. And went to Hungary at the Hungaroring and did a lap of 2 minutes and 10.85 seconds. Again, these touring car drivers are slightly above average as far as talent is concerned, so these guys definitely know their way around driving a front-wheel drive car very aggressively, so chances are it's kind of got me interested to see what I could do maybe in Gran Turismo around these particular circuits, even though it's not really playing fair. So I love when manufacturers do this kind of thing. I especially hope that this happens at probably every summer, because especially when there's nothing going on in the automobile world, it would be fun to have these all-out fights with these manufacturers trying to be the quickest around certain circuits. So I'm hoping a lot of other front-wheel drive manufacturers heed the call that you need to go after Honda, just like Honda, I guarantee, is going to go back to the Nordschleife loop and try to put their stamp on that particular circuit. Next up on the list, Mercedes-Benz leading off with some teaser images of the brand new AMG GTR. This particular vehicle is going to be debuting in just over a week's time at the Goodwood Festival of Speed. Now, this particular vehicle is rumored to have the same 4-liter twin-turbocharged V8 like just out of the AMG GT and the GTS. This one making close to 570 brake horsepower and close to 550 pounds-feet of torque. These numbers have yet to be made official. Not to mention they're talking about 3.5 seconds to go to 60 and just under 200 miles an hour for the top speed. Again, we're only a little over a week's time away from the Goodwood Festival of Speed, so we'll know a lot more official information there. Also, if you'd like to check out one of their first video teasers, I got it up on the Facebook page too. Pretty doggone hilarious, at least as far as I was concerned. Next up on the list, yes, let's talk a little bit about Top Gear. And let's kind of mill over the fact that the ratings have dropped again for the franchise. But we're not here to talk about that because we're talking about the possible effects of this ratings, and not to mention the constant folks from all over message boards, videos on the web, and the constant chattering for the head of one particular person. You know I'm talking about, Mr. Chris Evans. There's been a lot of folks calling for this guy to get canned from this particular franchise. The trick is you can't do it inside of Season 1 because his face is plastered all over everything, because the bulk of all the out-of-studio segments have already been shot, and this guy is in dang near every one of them because he's the main guy in the franchise, at least as of now. But apparently all those folks' voices have now been heard because, according to the Telegraph, this guy is going to get pushed aside. I think he's done a fairly good job. I don't think anybody's really done an amazing job except for one person. And it's this guy, Rory Reid, who is the host of Extra Gear, who finally got his first go-round inside of the main franchise, testing out the Ford Focus RS. The trick is, I think this is a great move, because I think if there's been one shining moment, it has been Rory Reid. He is fantastic, and being a YouTuber myself, to think that now a YouTuber can be the head of the class in this deal is pretty dang impressive. That being said, he's basically going to take over Chris's run inside of a lot of the segments inside of the studios. I don't know if he's exactly going to be pushing, as far as get in between segments of the show. There is talk that he is going to do the Rallycross segment, aka the Reasonably Priced Car Star segment. It'll be interesting to see whether it happens in episode 4 as of then, or if it's going to happen later on in the franchise. I think there's only 3 episodes left, so it's going to have to happen pretty doggone quick. But I think it's probably a pretty good move, even though I think that maybe Chris should have probably gotten his legs underneath him as far as given the chance to do it the rest of the year. But again, this is BBC's baby. They don't want anything bad to happen to the whole Top Gear franchise, so apparently they're already ready to make some moves. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Don't forget to like us over on the Facebook page and check out that teaser video of the new AMG GTR. Also, I'm going to put up every record lap from that Honda group. They've got in-cab footage of every one of those laps. I'll put up every one of those videos up on the old Facebook page if you want to check them out over there. I thank you for watching, and we'll see you again real soon.